Feeling nice, cooking up with safari spice. Jerk chicken, yes, yes, please. Sizzle, sizzle.
What's up? What's up? What's up? The fire's mine. I'll let it go. Feel that rhythm. Y'all like my beat? Why I sound like J-Lo? What's up? What's up? I still got this Yeti, man. What's up? What's up? I'm behind, guys. I'll get together one of these days. Oh well. In the kitchen, guys. Let's go. Who's in the kitchen, guys? Y'all in the kitchen? Probably not. It's late. It's late. It's like 9 o'clock at night. Y'all could be cooking. Why my eyelashes crooked? Oh no, what is going on over here? Nah, it's fine. Anyway, I'll be a crooked. If we're gonna have a crooked eyelash night, how about that? Everybody in my house was like, "Where you going?" I said, "Where I'm going? I got a scarf on my head." Everybody's like, "Where you going? Where you going?" I'm like, I have a scarf on my head. I'm not going anywhere. I was like, I'm going live. Y'all like my shirt? Yo, shout out to the BX. Stand up, Bronx. Bronx, New York, BX. I'm coming BX. I got the door knockers on my ear. Okay. I got my scarf on my head like Aaliyah. I got my BX shirt. I'm just keeping it simple on a Friday night. Everybody's going out. It's Memorial Day weekend. Um, what was going on tonight? Shandy Dandy. But it was last minute. I just drove through this horrible tornado. I thought me and my daughter were about to lose our lives. I mean, hail was coming down and everything. It was madness. If you don't believe me, if you do not believe what had just happened, I was like, oh, me and my daughter about to fly away in the car right now. I swear. I don't know if you can see this. Let me try to play it on my phone. Probably not. This is hail. Oh, you can't see it. This is me driving in a tornado like an hour ago. I see power lines coming down, power going off, boom. I hear the hail. It's just crazy. It's either 105 degrees or it's hailing. That's global warming. Anyway, shout out. Before we get started, shout out to the green tea. Last time was some honey. It's fighting me get over my cold. After being sick for 3 weeks, I swear to God, I just want to do a nice detox. If anybody knows a good detox for middle-aged women like myself, I ain't gonna tell you my age, but if this was 1989, I was on the cover of the Source magazine. It was $1.75. Shout out to Funkin' Klein. Shout out to Benzino. The Source in 1989 was $1.75. I should have did a trivia question. I should have tricked you guys. I should have did a trivia, but I gave it away. Okay, maybe next time. Anyway, let's go. I did my lashes, but I didn't do my brows. Okay, let's go. Is this going to be a recap? I don't know what this is. We're going to freestyle. Come on. Recap, freestyle, Diddy Child, week number 2, day number 9. Y'all are probably behind. Y'all are ahead. If you know more than me, go say it in the comments. Shout out to my closet fans. I see you guys watching, but nobody makes no comments. So y'all want to be quiet. Y'all want to be quiet, closet fans. Okay, it's okay. Y'all can be in the closet. I don't mind. I'm here for it. I'm here for whatever it's going to be. Right? Let's just go have fun. Did you guys hear what Steve Harvey said about baby oil? I swear I can't make this up. Let's go. Let's run the tape. Let's run the tape with Steve Harvey. He's so messy.
If you ain't really had the experience with baby oil, you can't know what it is. But you got to be a baby oil professional.
Yes, that's why
And you need to microwave this baby oil before you come in there. Now, most people don't have a microwave in their bedroom. I've installed one because I need hot baby oil at hand. Now, you don't want to put no microwave in your bedroom. Here's a couple of low budget ways to accomplish it. Run a sink full of hot water and just lay that bottle of baby oil in there for about 15 minutes. Turn it and let it heat up like that. Here's another way to apply warm baby oil. Take a washcloth, run it under the hot water till you can't stand it no more. Then wring it out. Then saturate the washcloth with the baby oil. Then take the hot washcloth over there to the bed. Then as you need it, wring it a little bit and go to work. You even get real sexy and just rinse it out on her. Yeah. Just go on and get that baby oil to working right here. Don't ever not include baby oil in your love life. You are missing one of the great inventions. Baby oil ain't really for babies. It's for your damn baby. Hey, folks, welcome up.
What? What did he just say? Oh God, do you guys hear this? I think Steve Harvey been to one too many Diddy freak off parties. What do you think? I think Steve Harvey was hanging out with Diddy with that baby oil and was having too much fun. He is a mess, guys. A mess. Anyway, so we know what the week brought. Cassie's mom testified 20,000 extortion. Kid Cudi came up, said he tied up the dog, he blew up the car, he what else he said he did? Opened up the Christmas gifts, the Diddy bandit broke in the house, opened up the Christmas gifts, wanted to see what he bought Cassie for Christmas, and it was like some Chanel or Gucci bags or something like that. Is Cassie wrong? Who told Diddy where Kid Cudi lived? Was it Cassie? Was Cassie like, you could cheat on your man or they were broken up or moved on? He's like, where you live? So Cassie was like, she gave him the address. That man could have killed him. Did she do that? I'm not really sure. Crazy. Shout out to Mims, Make It Make Sense. He had an open panel his first week when he was out at the court, and he had an open panel, and there was a caller who came in. I think her name was Sabre, and I thought she was a little interesting. Let's go play the reel. I'm just giving you my highlights that I like. That's all I'm gonna do. Yeah, let's go.
Thanks for having me.
Her name was Sabre.
Sabra. I'm sorry, I need to change my context. You're up.
You pronounced it correctly, but I say Sabra.
Oh, Sabra. Okay, I'm sorry.
No. It's pronounced Sabra. The Israelites, the Israelis pronounce it Sabra. So do the Arabs, but I don't because I'm not Jewish.
I got you. So you always spit some deep stuff. Let us know how you feel.
I worked with the police department for almost 30 years. Rico, I'm going to simplify this for you, and I think that the prosecution has a problem. They're tone deaf to their jury. They don't understand. The jury doesn't understand half the legalese that is involved. The first part of it is Rico. Bad Boy is an enterprise, yes? Can we agree on that?
Yes.
When you have employees who are not your independent contractors, let's say that Cassie or Danity Kane, they weren't independent contractors. If they're not listed as independent contractors, they're your employees. Once you order your employee to do something illegal, you're in the middle of a RICO. Anytime you tell your employee you're ordered, or I'm not going to pay you, I'm not giving you royalties, I'm not promoting your brand, I'm not doing this for you unless you do this for me. And it is what he's telling you is illegal. That is RICO. It's that simple. Now, the sexual part comes in. It's something that has been done. I guess they've recorded it since the Marquis de Sade. Do you remember that book written, The Marquis de Sade?
No.
Okay. What a person does when they want to control you, they start off twisting the relationship from a normal relationship to using sex as a control. They use sex and use it in different ways to control a person. It's also in slavery, it was called buck breaking. Okay. And also, the Marquis de Sade found virgins or inexperienced women, and he would brutalize them until they were compliant to him and fell in love with him and depended on him for their very livelihoods. That's in the French. That's a French book. That's a real story. It was acted out in a movie by this guy named Mancuso, who happens to be a horrible F-boy. Even in his old age, he's a bad boy. And guess what else? Guess who else is guilty of RICO, but they never charged them with it? Hugh Hefner.
Bingo.
Hugh Hefner had those parties at his estate where women were great. And everything else happened in those parties where women were drugged, and he filmed them. He was also guilty of RICO. But what happened with...
You guys don't... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I like what she was saying. You don't remember the last live I did? If you go back, I did a whole breakdown on Hugh Hefner and how he was under federal investigation, and they took him to court and they wound up with a hung jury. I said that on my last live.
Cassie was, she's an employee that he twisted the relationship so that throws everyone off because we're all squares. We're all vanilla and chocolate and whatever, flavors. We're not swirly. He twisted an employee to a sexual relationship, which throws people who do not understand what's happening off. It's a different dynamic.
Everyone keeps talking about he was a boyfriend that beat her up and DVD. They stuck on that. But I'm trying to. Has your employer ever asked you to sleep with a sex worker multiple times that they're not going to pay you? Not only are they not going to pay you, they're going to extort you. Like, people are forgetting the fact that this is an employer-employee relationship from day one. I think people are just forgetting that.
He holds all the cards. He uses brutalization to make her compliant. She was brainwashed, and they do that in the army. Actually, when they're teaching men how to kill people in the army, remember that movie, The General's Daughter, where she said the general's daughter is based on a true story. The general saw his daughter being brutally attacked, and he told her just to, get over it, basically, because he wanted to keep getting promoted. And what she did was she reenacted the attack, and someone wound up unaliving her. It's based on a true story. And she worked in a unit of the army called PsyOps. It is mental anguish, and it's using sex, using degradation, using humiliation, using drugs to beat someone into submission. It is brainwashing at its finest. And the way he learned that was from his parents, and the way he also learned that the industry that he's in.
His mom, yeah, I can see that. But Barbara, you always come and you always spit so many great facts. It's just today we have a super long line.
I thought that was pretty interesting, the way she was breaking that down and trying to say. I like when she said the jury, or I guess you say the audience, you and me, are tone deaf because we don't come from the legal world, or we don't come from law enforcement. Well, some of us do, not all of us. Because right now, if you do a poll, it's like a 50-50. TikTok, social media, it's like 50-50. They're not in the courtroom. And even though we're following inner city press, they're not getting the full docs. The full docs, there's only one YouTuber I think is getting the full docs, and she's paying like $500 a day. So she said that we're tone deaf, and that how she was talking about how the military, how they break you in. How she was like broken in with violence and brutalization. Those were some of the words that she was saying. Before I get a little bit more into the RICO, I need to address a few things. House cleaning. First of all, house cleaning. When you come on this show, please bring some food. Popcorn, chips, dip, soup, tea. I don't know. Smoke your ganja, whatever. You bring some food. This is a food channel. Spice it up, eat drinks. Sometimes I'm on here eating. One day I had a salad. One day I had some popcorn. Today I got my tea. Bring some food. Let's act like, we're at the kitchen table. Act like we're at the kitchen table eating it up. Anyway, that was one housekeeping. The other housekeeping, I've been getting not really comments, but people who know me, I think I'm pretty popular. But I've been getting texts, WhatsApp and texts and messages, not necessarily on my channel, but I got a lot of DMs. And there were some things I had to clarify. There were some things I was like, okay, let me stop the show and clarify. As I'm saying in Jamaica, stick a pin. Right? As a Yardy, you want to say? Al, stick a pin. Stick a pin. We're gonna stick a pin right here, right? Or stick a postie. I'm gonna put this postie right here and stick it right on the channel. Anyway, Sheila E. I got a call. Sheila E. testified. Sheila E. Cap. Sheila, stop it. Sheila E. did not come in to testify. And why would she? Prince is dead. Prince is not coming to testify. God rest his soul. Monique. I was getting calls. Monique testified out today. Did you see it? You're going to report on it? I'm like, what? Monique did not testify. Sheila E. did not testify. And Prince is dead. They went to a Prince party. Cassie snuck out the house and went to a Prince party in his house. I mean, she's a rock star. She lived a life. I wish I could sneak out and go to a Prince party. I mean, I've been to a lot of parties, guys. Yes, I have. I toured with Madonna. I was on tour with Madonna. I was on the Sex Packets tour, and I've been to several Bob Guccione's Hustler magazine house parties, NAACP parties, and at his resort or his let's call it what it is, gentleman's club. Okay, but I ain't never been to Prince. But my homegirl Moni Love, his album was produced by Prince, so that's about it. That's about as close. That's about as close to Prince as I ever got. I never even seen him perform. My homegirl Moni Love was from London, and Prince produced the album, and that's about it. I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, let's go back to my DMs. The other DM I got, y'all are gonna find this hilarious. Y'all ready? I can't make this up. This is what people are telling me. I can't, man. I love my people. Y'all know I love Raymond. I love you guys, right? But the other one I heard was Janice Smalls, aka Janice Combs, is not Diddy's real biological mother. Do you think they look alike? Because when you look at the pictures, mother and father, what does he really look like? But anyway, that she's actually like his aunt. Like his real mother died, and she was raising him. Now, I didn't see a copy of his birth certificate, so the only way to know that is to get his birth certificate. And I don't know, y'all don't cash at me enough to go pay money to get a copy of his birth certificate. But if you want me to, go ahead. My cash app is right there. Safari Spice ain't nothing but $20. If y'all want me to do it, I'll do it. But anyway, okay, let's go. I don't know. I don't know if I can call cap on that. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I know Sheila E. and Monique and Prince was not at the trial. Then I heard, okay, here's another one, guys. I'm not making this up. I'm not trying to gossip. This is what people are really telling me. They're like, Diddy comes from a long legacy of family through his family tree, and he's related to Booker T. Washington. And because he's related to Booker T. Washington, that they're going to protect him and he's not going to do no time in jail. I don't know. That's what he's heard. And then the other one was that I heard a witness in Brooklyn outside the MDC got beat up. Now, I know a lot of people in New York. I'm from New York, and I actually know people in Brooklyn. This glue on my eyelash is killing me. But I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything to verify. I'm not saying that witness didn't get beat up. I'm not even going to say which witness it was that's possibly got beaten up. But I'm going to say I can't verify it. And I'm going to leave it at that. That was enough. You guys are killing me with that. Let's go back to the Rico. Rico. Let's go see. Let me just read something really quickly. Okay, Rico. To prove Rico racketeering influenced by corrupt organization act, case under 18 U.S.C. 1961-1968, the government or the plaintiff in the civil case must show a pattern of racketeering activity. Here's how many predicate acts are required and what that means. I think there's a total of 37 predicate acts that fall under RICO. You need to prove at least 2 predicate acts of racketeering within a 10-year period. Now they're going back 20 years. I think they're going back 20 years, but in the 10-year period, they have to prove 2. While 2 acts of minimum, courts are required more than just 2 isolated incidents. The acts must demonstrate a pattern that includes relatedness. The acts must be connected in some way, similar purpose, results, participants, victims, or methods of commission. Continuity, there must be a threat of continuing activity or the acts must occur over a substantial period. So 2 acts are bare legal minimum, but proving a RICO violation usually involves multiple connected criminals acts that establish an ongoing enterprise. You know, at the end of the trial, after everything that's being said, the judge is going to have to read the law to them and tell them to follow. It was the same thing with Trayvon Martin. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, Trayvon Martin died," and they couldn't believe with George Zimmerman he got off. They wanted to prosecute him, but the way the law was written and to stand your ground and who hit who first and self defense, they couldn't charge him. So I'm sure at the end of the 7-8 weeks, the judge is going to direct the jury of exactly what the law is, what they can and cannot charge, right? Excuse me. So, um, now examples of predicates. He only needs two: mail fraud, wire fraud, drug trafficking, extortion, bribery, money laundering, murder, kidnapping. So let's see what we see. Arson. That was Kid Cardi testified that someone allegedly threw a Motel cocktail in his car. He said it was him, Diddy. Now, who is his co-conspirator? Do you think Roger Barnes? Are you guys going with Roger Barnes? Allegedly. Let me see allegedly. I don't know. Guns. They show the pictures of the two guns that they have, the AK-15. I don't remember. That with the face serial number. He did have a lot of drugs. Now, did we prove are those like the assistant? So he had his assistant testify that Diddy would give him the cash, tell him go call the drug mule, pick up the drugs, and bring it back to me. Drug trafficking is really when you're like BMF, Big Mean. She was just sending drugs different states to the. But he's saying bring the drugs to me. Now, was it for a personal use? Was it for his parties? Was it for FOs? We don't really know. Then we also have the workers, kidnapping, forced labor, and bribery. Also, too, hold up. I'm gonna read something too that I had saw. Hang with me, guys. Go get some tea or something. Okay. Diddy hired, so he had 8 lawyers when the case started, which really shows me he doesn't have much confidence in his law team. But he just hired 2 more attorneys. Diddy hired the Department of Justice forfeiture attorney to fight federal foreclosure. I think Diddy's starting to worry that if he loses, they're going to come after his money. He has about $50 million in cash and $400 million tied up with art, cars, real estate that he's trying to protect his assets if found guilty. So I want to tie everything in with this whole RICO. So we need 2 predicates. Do you guys see 2? Well, the guns. What he's going to say, I live in Florida. It's legal to have guns in my house in Florida, but they're not registered in your name. Prostitutes. 2 prostitutes testified. They got paid. Now, I heard that when he was purchasing, there was a corporate credit card tied to Sean Combs' enterprise, corporate credit card, American Express. And anytime the assistants were going to use it, they had to call KK for approval. Christina Quorum. I wonder if she's going to come up to testify. She must. They had to call it. Can we approve this? Can we approve that? Can we approve this? And that was the assistant buying the baby oil, paying for the hotel, paying for the flight tickets. I doubt they were paying drugs with a credit card. That doesn't. I don't think so. That was probably cash. But the American Express card, if you can say, oh well, all these stays in the hotel, International Continental in L.A. Well, the Trump Tower. I guess the Trump Tower. I guess he owned there. If they were using the American Express card, corporate card by Sean Combs, that was approved by KK, the assistant Christina Quorum, that could tie using the money from bad boys to run a criminal enterprise. And also, When Cassie's mother, Regina Ventura, went on the stand to testify, she said that she got an email from her daughter that he was going to harm Kid Cudi or her, and the mother feared for her life. So he said, "Give me 20,000 because I spent some money on your daughter. You're worth 400 million, but I spent money to have your daughter in the studio, so I want my money back. I want this $20,000 back." On the email was CC'd with Diddy's bookkeeper. It was like Cassie's mother got an email that was copied with the bookkeeper telling her where to wire the money. So again, Rico, your assistant is buying your drugs, and the chief of staff is approving the credit card that's paying for the hotel, for the freak off, and for the airplane to fly the prostitutes. And then your bookkeeper, who you're employing your bookkeeper, where to wire the money because you extorted her mother for the cash and she didn't have the cash, and the poor woman had to take out a home equity line of credit of 20,000, and then you paid it back, which looked even worse. Anyway, I said a mouthful. Are you guys keeping up? This is just a recap. You guys are probably you're either not watching it at all, trying to get caught up, or I'm just like looking at my bandana, but or you're just way ahead of me. And if you're way ahead of me, that's great. Give me the intel. If there's more that you know than I don't know, just drop it in the comments. Guys, listen, let me tell you, I don't watch the news. I don't watch movies. I don't read books. I just work. I work. I hang out with my family. I got a few good friends, and but I am following this. I'm following this child. Okay, let me play this TikToker. I want to know. I want to learn how on TikTok. So I have 1.8 million views on TikTok, but I want to do a survey. I want to check a temperature because I'm not really on TikTok. I'm on TikTok to cook, but I'm not really podcasting on there. But I'm curious. I want to do a poll on there. I'm gonna try and do that this weekend if I can figure out how I could do it. So this guy, I thought he was interesting. Shout out to Dow.
Diddy's legal team is on it. I told you. I never saw the government really having a trouble with the case. Not at the federal level. They're having trouble with this case. You got Mark Garagos's daughter on the legal team, right? You got one of the top lawyers, I forget his name, right? That's the one in chief. I think the government has 6 lawyers at their table. It's so many. Diddy has so many lawyers they can't all fit at the table, and they are top notch. They are hitting every single point. We spent an hour today before they even got started just going through. They were arguing about the fact that basically the government is mad because the government is like, we should be able to see what the defense is going to cross-examine them on, what exhibits they're going to use to cross-examine Cassie on, pretty much. And the defense team was like, no, y'all have the burden of proof. So that was a big argument over that. Diddy's legal team is on it. Diddy's legal team is on it.
I did hear at the last minute on, I guess Thursday, there was no court on Friday. When Kid Cudi was on the stage, they had a sidebar, and Brian Steele was like, mistrial. He was calling the Judge Arun for a mistrial. And Judge Arun was like, he's so tired of Diddy's team with the shenanigans. He's like, for what? He's like, mistrial. He's like, for what? Leave me alone. He's like, because Kid Cudi's gonna say that hold on, I took a picture of it. They thought Kid Cudi was gonna say that he was afraid of Sean, because he was afraid of Diddy because he had known unaliving people. Here, I have the. Oh, can I read this? I can't read it. It's so hard. Let me see. Mr. Steele, May 17th, the court. Yes, Mr. Steele. Your Honor, I'm going to move for a mistrial. Mr. Combe has had other people killed. This is, wait. I'm going to call for a mistrial. The government knows that the answer is what is about to be, that Mr. Combe has had other people killed. This is an outrageous question. The court. He didn't say that. Mr. Steele. But he will say that in the court. He hasn't said that, Mr. Steele. Well, he's about to say that. Yo, he tried it. He tried it. Brian Steele, like he's supposed to be a beast. For me, I feel like he was losing. I mean, I don't know. He was like, Miss Child. He cut. He's gonna say Diddy killed other people. The judge was like, Judge Room was like, sit down, sit down. He didn't say that. He's not gonna ask that. Relax. Like they're getting overzealous, man. They're getting overzealous, and I don't think the judge was having it. So now Tuesday. So we had no court Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, because it's Memorial Day. Shout out, thank you to all our veterans who have served in our country and fought for our freedoms. Happy Memorial Day for you. So on Tuesday, who do you think the witness is supposed to testify? I think it's supposed to be Capricorn Clark, the assistant, right? I think she's coming up. Let's see what Suge Knight has to say. Suge Knight's been running his mouth. How do you have a podcast from jail, guys? I'm telling you, they're going to bring reality TV back. Do you think they're going to do, I said this before, I'm going to say it again. I'm saying a few things. Do you guys think that they're going to do a prisoner swap? They're going to let Suge Knight out in the trade for Diddy? I wouldn't be surprised. These guys know people. Do you think they'll do a prisoner swap? Or do you think they're going to drag Diddy to Vegas for the Kiki trial? And do you think let me know in the comments, guys, please. Do you think, because if you guys make comments, if you say things in the comments, I could direct what I should discuss in my next live, which will probably be tomorrow. I'm trying to come in every day. Every day. Hey, did you guys know I could do the beatbox? How about that? Look, see, my t-shirt doesn't say BX for nothing. I could beatbox that. All right, I'm bored. That's enough. Okay, let's go. Do you think that, allegedly, let me say allegedly, I don't want Jay-Z coming to sue me. Do you think if Diddy was found guilty of RICO and the fact that Jay-Z had multiple businesses with Sean Combs, Jay-Z would finance the Billionaires Brunch. They had a few apps together. Rockaway Clothing, Sean John, they commingle funds with their clothing. Do you think the feds are investigating Jay-Z for financial crimes? Allegedly. Because he just had to testify. Jay-Z's in federal court now testifying for some stock options he did with the investor. I'll do a video for that later. We're not gonna get into that now. My ADD is late. But I'm proud of myself. It's late, but I put on my bandana and I'm doing the thing. Okay, let's go. Let's see what Suge Knight got to say.
Hey, Suge, thank you for calling back.
Hey, I'd like to say this too real quick. You got a woman that works for you is really incredible. You don't find too many people.
I thought you were about to implicate her in the investigation. I'm just glad you're not implicating Dusty in the investigation, Suge, because I can't take that.
She's not in the investigation.
All right,
but what I want to do for her is, I got to do this for her, but I want to turn her on to this clothing line called Girls Mondays to Sunday. Girl Monday to Sunday. And I'm definitely going to look out for it because I buy a lot of people from that place. But look, what I was basically trying to say is this. I respect your show and respect what you're doing, but most important thing is there's got to be a solution, because this has been going on in the industry for a whole bunch of years, for decades. And at the same time, nobody wants this to be true, and it shouldn't have to be true. But if we don't fix it and do something about it, history will constantly
repeat itself. Now, Suge, you said something early on that I want to get clarification for the audience. Suge, you said early on, you can't just look at Diddy in isolation. You said this was done to him. He learned from others, and it was done to him, and then he did to others. To me, that sounds like what I hear when people are talking about abusive situations, hurt people, that someone was sexually abused, they wind up being a perpetrator. Is that what you're suggesting about Sean Combs, that he was sexually abused and he now sexually abuses?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. I think he beat what was done to him. And like I said, if you look at Russell Simmons, you know the truth. Andre Rail, you know the truth. Pride Davis, you know the truth. Give me ID, you know the truth. So there's not certain things that all of a sudden you got this. The industry is a quick business. It's been like that for a long time. And the casting couch is real, but it's for women.
That's true what he's saying. He's saying the industry is a quicker business. That I will agree to. He's right about that.
And men. But far from all that, I think the most important thing is I feel like they should let Puppy tell his truth. I'm quite sure he's going to expose a lot of people. I'm sure he's going to move forward with it. But I don't think it should be a situation like the Epstein thing where they found him hanging from the ceiling in the bed before the truth come out.
Do you believe
I think
that
the truth needs to be...
Do you?
I don't even think they can do an Epstein with him at the NDC because after that incident, so many the workers were put on probation. I don't think they lost pay or were fired, but they put so many cameras in there now. I hear there's cameras everywhere, so that's going to be hard.
You believe that Diddy is in danger in prison, and do you have advice for him based on what you just said?
Well, the first advice I have, I don't ever want to say he's in danger, and neither should he say that. Because once he gets to the point where they feel he's going to be suicidal to himself, harmful to himself, once they put him on suicide watch, you have the rights to nothing. No socks, no drawers, no T-shirt, no blanket, no sheets. So naked in a cell as a crazy man. So he definitely don't want to do that. And the other advice I would tell him, maybe he should get on the Jewish diet. Because the kosher meals is way better than the food somebody else is making for you. At least they're going to come hot. They're going to come sealed. And you got to be the one to open them.
I didn't even know you could get a halal meat in jail. You can get kosher meat in jail? Wow.
That's very important.
What about people trying to hurt him?
Go to jail. I mean, one of the things is this. I don't care who you are. Prison and jail is a negative environment. If somebody can do something to them and get a name for themselves, they're going to actually do it. Or they can do whatever they feel they got to do to prove themselves. But we also got to learn. We got to learn from our mistakes. Anything don't have to be a mistake. You got to better yourself. But we all know what we sign up for in life. So if I sign up to be a football player, I knew I'm going to get hit and I'm going to hurt somebody too. I signed up to be in the music business and the entertainment business. If you factor right to being a black man, there's certain things you got to look at for the challenges. If they can't take the money from you, they take you from the money by putting you in prison. That's a fact. In Puffy's situation, he should go and get his time out the way. Not no life sentence. If he can get a lesser time, he should jump on it because he had a great run.
Do you think he's saying for him to just take a plea? Okay, Judge Arun. Do you think, okay, this is supposed to be 8 weeks if they stay on schedule. We're like week 2, so we're not even 50% in. I know next week's going to be very important for the prosecution to kind of tie it all together. But do you think somewhere halfway through the trial that will the judge come back and offer him another plea? Because if you're 55 and they're offering you 15 years, it could be a life sentence. You think they'll come back and give him another, if they feel like they're losing, maybe come back and give him another plea? They might. I hope this is not going to be a hung jury. Oh, my God.
I'm in prison right now. I had a great run. So I don't go mad. I don't wake up mad. I've been locked up for 10 years, and I ain't had a bad day yet. And it's a lot of things we can do to help each other, and it's never too late for help. God bless us to have a voice. Let's use our voice. I had told Puffy a while back. I told T.D. Jackson a while back. Come on.
Did you hear what he said? I've been in jail for 10 years, and I haven't had a bad day yet. Wow.
Collect calls. We can politic. Because one thing for certain, one thing for sure, he's just not going to walk away with one scratch on it.
Do you think that Diddy knows enough that it's a very delicate balance that maybe investigators will want to know these other names and greatly reduce his exposure to criminality, to time, versus what people would do to keep him quiet.
Number one, I've been knowing him a long time, and we was friends. We're not enemies, but we were friends. He's not a dummy, so he's smart enough to work his magic. On top of that, this man right here, he's been involved with the FBI and most of his career. It's not like he don't have no moves. So I don't think nobody should just count him out. I don't think he gonna lay down and just crawl in the corner and die. He's probably going through a lot right now because he's probably going through a lot of withdrawals for the drugs. But the industry got him on drugs. And see, they do these things to take control. They're not doing, there's nothing wrong with being.
See what I'm saying? Maybe he's going through withdrawal on the drugs. You see, they say he ODs. Sometimes maybe this is just for his protection, for him to be locked up. I don't know. But after seeing what happened with Tory Lane, then anything happened.
And if you choose to be gay, that's your preference. But they doing this to people for control. It's a power situation.
Suge,
and they've been having the power of the, yes.
I appreciate your perspective on this. And I just want to get something very clear, because if what you're saying is true, and I'm not questioning your credibility. I can't assess it. I don't know. So then he's got people who are the biggest names in the business.
Well, you could,
who helped
trying
him.
To cut you off, but if any of those people I mentioned don't have no drinks or don't do no bottle with them, you'll find out. I don't want you to be right.
He said don't have no drinks. Kid Cudi was like, Diddy came in as some water. He was like, no. Diddy was like, you sure you don't want this glass of? No. Diddy was walking around with MDA or something, meth in his eye drops. He was dropping stuff. Kid Cudi was like, I don't want no water from you. This Sugar was like, don't drink no drinks.
Well, listen. I mean, the job is to ask questions of people in power. They answer how they choose. Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com.
So, Sugar also said, well, not on this interview, but it's recent. That's all. That was like 7 months old. I just wanted to play it. But on Suge's last podcast, his latest one, he said not only did he witness Cassie being abused, but that Capricorn Clark, allegedly, Diddy's assistant, that Diddy and a co-conspirator kidnapped her by gunpoint. They kidnapped her by gunpoint and dragged her to Kid Cudi's house. And that's what she called Kid Cudi and was like, don't come home, Diddy's in your house. And he was like, how do you know? She was like, I'm here with him. So I'm a little confused. Did Cassie give her the address, or was it Christina Clark? And she's been with Diddy for 11 years. 11 years. That is a long time. Look what she said. Kappa Dawn. Black women. This is Christina Clark. Black women end up being the sacrifice for the blank. Last 11 years of my life, I had to deal with everyone's nonsensical allegiance to the devil. I pray that ends. I don't think highly of any of you. Can't keep your head down and pretend blank is cool no more. Do better. She also said here, I don't see the date. It just says, don't take the path of the wicked. Don't follow those who do evil. Stay away from the path. Don't even go near it. Turn around and go another way. Proverbs 4:14. Doors be locked. You got to be willing to walk away from the money. Full stop. 2011 was hell. Tragic Kingdom. And here she goes. Cassie mentioned Capricorn Clark, one of Diddy's assistants. She's not Lauren. That was a rumor. She's Lauren London's sister. It's not her sister. I think they're just close friends. So allegedly, Diddy, and I'm going to call him Roger Bonds. Roger Bonds, we're calling you to the congregation, please, Roger. We're calling everybody. So supposedly Diddy and a co-conspirator, we say Roger Bonds, took her, kidnapped her by gunpoint, and broke into Kid Cudi's house. And she's supposed to come to testify on Tuesday. Ooh. You guys remember who? You guys remember Roger Bonds hanging out at the high school, giving them gifts from Sean John? Allegedly, that's what I heard. He's been kind of quiet lately. Aaron Hall's been missing. I think he left the country. Trying to figure something out. Let's see. Let's play this one. Let me share my screen. Roger Bonds. I'm just trying to put the puzzle together. We put the pieces of the puzzle together, guys. That's all we do. That's all we do over here. Puzzles. That's it. We don't do anything else.
2011. They're still trying to push Cassie, and she had a few singles here and there. Some of them did a little something, but not like her first song. So then Diddy puts her in the studio with Kid Cudi.
Mhm.
What happens next?
At this particular time, I had left and I was still doing security off and on, and I was taking Cassie to her shows and stuff like that. But from what I'm hearing is that she was having an affair with Kid Cudi.
Okay, so she was in the studio with Kid Cudi, and they started to actually get romantically involved. Now, from what I understand, Cassie had a phone that she would just leave around sometimes,
Mhm.
and Diddy went through her phone.
Yes.
What happens next?
When he went through the phone, he called the number and Kid Cudi picked up. And he was like, "What? Yo, I don't know exactly what he said. I know that he went over to his house."
Ooh.
And Kid Cudi wasn't.
Ooh. Ah! Did you guys just hear that? Did you guys just hear that? Let me see. When was this recorded? This was. What's the date on this? Ooh, God, where's the date? Come on, guys. I don't know what the date is. This is an old interview. I don't know. I don't want to push it. So you see, Roger Bonds is saying, Diddy paid to put Cassie and Kid Cudi in the studio. That's probably why he was like, I need to extort your mother for the 20,000 because I'm paying studio time, and then instead of you making music, you're over there dating. Whatever, it's her prerogative, and he's a control freak because he thinks that's her. He's a pimp. And he thinks she's her property. So Roger Bonds just said he called the phone. Kid Cudi picked up and said, "Hey, what's going on? This is not gonna happen," and went to Kid Cudi's house. See, he just said it. He just said it, guys. Let's go back. Sorry, I didn't mean to stop it, but I got excited because I'm watching this for the first time, just like you.
Yeah. And he went over to the house. I know at that particular time, after that happened, Cassie wouldn't come around. And then all of a sudden, Cassie came around.
I think Roger Bonds knows that Diddy went to the house because I think Roger Bonds went with him and Capricorn Clark. And I think Roger Bonds is the one, allegedly, who threw the mocktail cocktail into the car. Because it's never Diddy. It's always the goons. It's never him. I didn't shoot anyone. I didn't buy any drugs. I didn't pay for a hotel. I didn't hire anyone. It's always the enterprise. This is right, KK, Capricorn, the assistant, Bonds. This is all part of the enterprise. And that's what the prosecution is trying to line up.
And Diddy was upset, and he was upset with a young lady called Capricorn. So Capricorn was his personal assistant.
Here goes Capricorn. She's coming to testify Tuesday, guys. You know, You know I'm going live on Tuesday. It might be late in the day. I'm sorry. I got business to do. But I'm going to try to get my business done early and then jump on.
Assistant. She was the KK. If you ever hear people talk about his assistant now called KK, she was his ride or die. She rode around with him everywhere, and he really got upset with her.
11 years. Capricorn was there for 11 years. Do you know how much stuff she saw?
Because she had to know about Kid Cudi because she never went to the studio by herself. She always went with Cassie. And he put hands on Capricorn because of that situation. And
wait a minute. So did he beat up Capricorn because Capricorn went with Cassie to the studio, wouldn't let her be alone, and because she started dating Kid, he beat up? It's a menace. I think he paid her. I did remember hearing something that when he beat up Capricorn, that's why she said 2011 was hell. I guess she was going to sue him or something, and I guess he cut her a check. Don't ask me how much. That's what I think happened. That's why he got away with all this, because he was like, remember he hit Steven Stout in the head with a bottle? Boom! Gave him a check, $500,000. Who knows how much he paid the guy from UCLA, the teacher? I know the other one, oh my God. We could go on and on and on and on. The man is a menace.
Capricorn ended up leaving and suing him for it. Yep. And he paid Capricorn $450,000 to keep her mouth shut.
$450,000. This man is just writing checks. So he gave Jonathan Odie $5 million. He gave Steven Stout $500,000. Who knows what he had paid when he had to settle for City College. Shine, he only gave Shine 50 bands. That ain't nothing. 50,000 after he sat down for 10 years. He took Cassie on a day shopping trip, a shopping spree for $500,000. He gives this chick now, Capricorn, $450,000. Wow.
And to this day, Capricorn has spoken about it. I even heard Suge Knight speak about it on his podcast because Capricorn was also Suge Knight's baby mother, one of her best friends. So she knew everything that was going on. So I guess his baby mother must have spoke to Suge about it because he had beat he put hands on Capricorn about that, and he put hands on Cassie about that.
Wow, I didn't know that. It's just one big test. I didn't know that Capricorn's best friend was Suge Knight's baby mother. A lot of people are hanging out with Suge Knight. CL Left Eye, Nisa. Now Capricorn's best friend. You guys putting it all together? You seeing the picture? Are you closing the circle? You seeing how they putting the nail in the coffin? A lot of people still like, I don't see recoil. I don't see trafficking. I don't see Cassie hired the workers. A lot of people still not seeing it. All right, guys, we covered a lot. Y'all ready for me to go? Y'all want more? Go ahead, hit that like button, please, guys. When you hit the like button, you know it's like more people can watch if they want. I'm gonna play one more video and then I'm gonna get up out of here. But I am taking some notes. I do have my little stickies. I write my little notes. My horrible handwriting. Oh my God. Don't judge me. I'm a creative person. See what we'll talk about tomorrow. I don't really have any lineup. I just figure I'm like, I just have a lot of thoughts in my mind, and I come on here and I just try to talk a little bit and play a couple of videos, and then we just figure it out as we go along. I thought Freddie P had. I thought he was pretty good too. Let's watch him for a little bit before I leave, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. I didn't plan on playing Roger Bonds, but I did. That's cool. Do y'all think Roger Bonds is gonna testify? He said he would. He said if he gets subpoenaed, he would. But a lot of people are lying. A lot of people, Gene Dale, a lot of people say, I got subpoenaed and they never got, or like a lot of people are saying they got subpoenaed and they didn't. But they do have 170 people, celebrities on the list. But they're not going to have time to bring all those people in. Let's listen to him.
Last Man Standing and Andre Harrell. All these people knew Puff's secrets. All these people have been around him since day one. If you're around a person like that from day one, I'm pretty sure you know everything about him. To the people that's insensitive to the victims, I just want y'all to remember that his right-hand man, his name is Hard Pierre. He's filed charges against him. Sexual assault. All these people that came out, we talk about Cassie. Let's talk about, we're establishing the character to build so we can visualize him and visualize truth in everybody else's story. Because if you tell me something about a person like that who I'm watching from the outside and who kept this public persona up for so long, I'm not going to believe you. You're going to have to come with evidence. So what they're doing right now is they're just establishing evidence. Because, establishing character. So they can bring in more evidence. And is Puffy a fool for fighting the case? That's the question. What was the plea? And sometimes you might be a fool for not fighting for your life if they're going to offer me life anyway. You dig what I'm saying? I'm 50 years old. They offer me 20 years. I'm going to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I might as well fight. But for me, I just feel like a lot of people got hurt in this situation. And I think he hurt himself. And not only that, in the long run, with unintentionally, he hurt his kids. To have your kids have to sit through that. You get what I'm saying? And rumors that I've been hearing, because we have not mutual friends, but people that tend to be around them, I'm cool with. So I've heard within their own household that everybody not in support of him like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, more of them is supporting their brothers. Some of them are supporting their sisters. Some of them are supporting the kids. Like, only the kids, certain kids are supportive of him. Like, his daughter support him, so their brother's going to support her. Justice support him, so the mother's going to support him. But I don't know if it's correct or not because I seen him at the trial. But I even heard Quincy's a little skeptical about his mother. You know what I'm saying? And I would be too, man. I would be too. When you see the type of person you're dealing with, you hear the threats he put out there. I told y'all the threat he put with me. Then you look at the threat he gave Don. Like, people like, oh yeah, when he threatened you, that's real. Nick told you he could buy your whole block and shut every light off on that. You picture it. He got that money. Nick. Houses on your block gonna cost for $200,000. You get what I'm saying? So for a long time, I had PTSD before I knew what it was. I just figured out what it was maybe like 7-8 years ago just by social media and just learning, how we learn.
Yeah, Diddy told him, I'm going to buy your house, I'm going to buy the neighbor house, and then the house next to the neighbor, I'm going to buy the whole block, and then I'm going to cut off the power on you. That's what he told him. He said he got PTSD.
In this new age from sharing information, what PTSD was. You can ask anybody in Miami, everybody couldn't understand why I was riding around with a vest everywhere. I slept in one. So I can imagine what a female feel like getting a threat from him. What a female, when a man's tracking your phone, beating up your.
That's interesting when he said, I heard that Kim Porter, allegedly, he gifted that house to her. And Kumar was like, don't take that house. He took the house. There was cameras all in Kim Porter's house, her phone. He had a wiretap. That's what we're saying. 50, not 50, Diddy was like feds. So how are you going to wiretap her phone? So if Kim had a boyfriend and she had the boyfriend come into her house and they were being intimate, that means Diddy was there with the cameras watching them. It's just crazy.
Exes blowing up cars. You scared to go. If I kept you in a hole all day and you starve yourself, but I keep putting bread in that hole, you're going to eventually, I got to eat. Eventually, you can't go nowhere. That's basically what he's saying. What you do?
Look, that's a long, it's like, this interview is like 20 minutes. So I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I just wanted to play a brief part. But anyway, guys, listen, I'm going to get out of here. So I think that I'm going to go through something really quick. He mentioned Harvey Pierre, who was the president of Bad Boy. He's in 3 civil lawsuits. Do you think he turned to work with the feds? So I think victim number 5 is a minor. I think this is a minor. A woman identified as Jane Doe filed federal lawsuit in New York against Sean Combs and Harvey Pierre. In 2003, she was 17 years old, and she was flown from Detroit to New York. There goes the trafficking, flown by Pierre, and then he drugged her, and then they art her in a recording studio. So I think victim number 5, I think that's going to be the 17-year-old, the minor. You guys are all stuck on Cassie and DV. Cassie's home with her husband, having her baby, having her son. Congratulations to her. We on to the next. Harvey Pierre was also in another lawsuit, grooming her during her employment at Bad Boy Records from 2016-2017. There's more explicit stuff in this, but I'm not going to repeat it. And also Dawn Richards' lawsuit, Danity Kane, Dirty Money, Sean Combs was battery, Harvey Pierre was also named in the lawsuit. Why didn't you go to the police? You know what I mean? If Dawn could prove it, she could still. There's no statute of limitations on R. If she's got proof, she could still go to the police. But anyway, so victim number 2, we got past victim number 1 was Cassie. We still got 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we already know that we're gonna hear the witness Capricorn Clark on Tuesday. As if no surprise witnesses come and everything stays on track. Oh, this eyelash is crazy. I don't think I'm gonna wear these eyelashes again. Or maybe I'll just get them professionally done. This is all. Look at this thing, guys. I could not. And it's about 1 minute. I'm about to rip them off. I think victim number 2 is gonna be Cassie's friend that he dangled over the balcony. We haven't heard about that one yet. Number 3 is not showing up. That's Gina. She probably took a check, or hopefully she's not missing. Allegedly. And number 4, do you think victim 4 is Daphne Joy or Young Miami? 50 Cent's baby mama? What you think? Anyway, guys, I said enough. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get up out of here. Have a good Memorial Day weekend. Have lots of fun. You know, do whatever you want to do. You ain't gotta go home. You gotta get up out of here. If you're looking for any good recipes, I have over 200 recipes on this channel. Please feel free. Check it out. I'm gonna start a detox. I haven't cooked in like 3 weeks. I've been sick and I haven't been cooking. My body feels horrible. I just need a detox. I need to drink juice and have vegetables and eat fish and just get my body together. Come on, guys. We're in the kitchen. We're cooking in the kitchen, guys. We're cooking in the kitchen. All right, guys, later. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Guess what? I'm going to pull off these lashes. Let's check this out. No. This is not me. Lash thing is not... thank God. Ooh, much better. I'm going to sleep now. I'm going to wash my face. Better. I don't know how you girls wear them things.